to contestant Joy Gaylord. Somebody, somebody, Joy Gaylord.
I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? I think those lines from a poem by Emily Dickinson describe the way many of us or have felt at some point in our lives. Madam Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, I was born too late to be a flapper or a member of the greatest generation, and too early to be a baby boomer or a beatnik. So for most of my life, I was a nobody. Then one Sunday morning, I learned that I had become a somebody. A woman in my church was so impressed by the fact that I had gone skydiving for the first time on my 70th birthday that she still brings it up whenever we talk. That Sunday was no different, except that it was. She usually came to church alone, but on this occasion, her husband had come with her. After the service, she and I were chatting while he was in the kitchen getting a cup of coffee. When she said, I told my husband, see that little old lady over there? She jumps out of airplanes. Whoa, little old lady. What? I was shocked, hurt, and a little insulted. I didn't say anything, but I didn't need to. Enough people have either told me that I should never play poker, or have tried to get me to play poker with them. But I know I have anything but a poker face. But after I thought it over, cooled down and thought about it, I realized that little old lady is a perfectly valid description for an 80-year-old who is 3 inches shorter than she used to be. I thought some more, and it hit me. Hey, that means that now I'm a somebody. I'm a little old lady. There's a funny thing about thinking. Once you get started, it's hard to stop. So I went on thinking, and I realized that I'd always been a somebody. Just as you're a somebody, you're a somebody, and you're a somebody. We're all somebody. A somebody is not a person with a particular label or title. It's not an entertainment star, a sports icon, or a politician. A somebody is simply a person who matters. And we all matter. We matter to our families, our friends, our fellow Toastmasters. We matter to the people we work for and those we work with, to those we do business with and those we choose not to do business with. On election day, we matter to the candidate and the party we vote for and those we vote against. So we all matter, but we also can matter to people we encounter casually, just by the things that we say. Sometimes what we say can matter a lot more than we realize. When I was in high school, I played the accordion in the Montebello High School marching band. Every week we would rehearse all week long and then put on an elaborate halftime show at the football games. We didn't just play at the home games, we'd pick a bus and play at the away games too. One year, the Montebello team were league champions, and we played at the playoff game against Monrovia High School. Now, this game was held in neutral territory. And because of the venue, I can proudly say that I have played in the Rose Bowl. Once football season was over, the instructor had to figure out what to do with us for the rest of the semester. So he put together a program that we could perform for a school assembly. Now, there really isn't enough room to do much marching on an auditorium stage. So he chose music that would allow the different members of the band to have the spotlight for a short time. He found numbers that featured clarinets, cornets, saxophones, and there was one with a terrific drum solo. But you may not realize this, but the accordion is not a traditional band instrument. And so there is no band music featuring the accordion. So the instructor decided that I should perform solo, playing and singing a popular tune of the day. After the assembly, a number of people, many of my fellow students and a couple of my told me I played well, which was nice. But then they would either ignore my singing or add, but you should have sung louder. Now that did not do much for my fragile teenage ego. However, there was one boy in my history class named Bob Duker, and Bob said, "You sang well." Wow, that mattered. How much did it matter? This was over 60 years ago. I'm going to tell you the name of one person who told me I played well, but I'll never forget Bob Duker. More recently, I had an opportunity to experience the other side of the coin. For years, I shopped at the same supermarket, week after week. And I really liked one of the checkout clerks especially. So one day, while she was scanning my purchases, I said, "You know, I'm always happy when I can get in your line. Your positive, upbeat attitude always leaves me feeling really good." She lit up like a Christmas tree and said, "You made my day." That made my day. It was definitely a win-win situation. We all have many opportunities to make someone's day, or at least to make it a little brighter. So I think we should take advantage of it. We help other people realize that they are somebody, which makes us feel like somebody too. So I'm going to paraphrase Ms. Dickinson's words. I'm somebody, and so are you. Let's help